All right. Hello and welcome back to another game of Call of Cthulhu. We're almost done, I think. We're on chapter 13. And hi, Ria. We're going to be seeing what what kind of secrets he has to tell us today. Maybe we'll get to shoot something too. Who knows? Oh god. What did you do? I got yelled at Risk of Rain. Like, I used the dancer character, and it said, you didn't beat this. Oh, we're on page 14, chapter 14. But yeah, you didn't beat this with a fair character, so I'm not even going to tell you the lore. And I'm like, motherfucker, I beat it, though. I beat it. You started talking to me about your godhood, and thus it was taken from you. Oh, God, that sucks, Rhea. I think the run I did last night to beat it on easy mode, mind you, was, I want to say around almost 90 minutes long. All right. Yes. Hi, snail.
The voice. I can't hear the voice anymore.
All right. Is there anything to poke here right on the beach? Can we fall off the beach? No. Damn. Isn't that a pretty scene? Well, I mean, once his eyes settle. That's the sound of seagulls.
You are trapped.
No, you.
Keep going.
No.
My God. This way. Stand up. Walk.
You're being very impatient with me.
Is somebody there? Hey. Who are you?
Is that you, Sarah? Sarah!
Where am I?
In the caves. Fuck
I
you.
must go to Sarah. The
Poke.
miraculous catch was a trap. Leviathan wanted to be found.
Mm-hmm. You think he really wants to be in prison forever?
To our fallen crew members, they have given their lives for a greater purpose. The last name added is that of Charles Hawkins. I'm willing to bet that they killed all the survivors of the miraculous catch. It always comes back to the Scylla. It was where it all began.
Is that the Shambler again? No, that's something worse. Great. Oh, that's me.
It will soon be time, Pierce.
You stay away from me, Sarah. I'll punch you in the tit.
None of this is real. I saw you dead, as I see you now. Am I crazy too?
You survived. Don't you understand? You couldn't die.
Oh, you're not Sarah.
You will stay alive until you've fulfilled your destiny.
No.
Look at me. Look at me, Pierce. Dare tell me that you still don't believe it.
Cthulhu Ilya.
When I was 8, my little brother fell from the apple tree. He was bleeding. I took care of him. That very day, I decided to become a doctor.
Did
I
you
never
kill your brother?
reneged on my oath. That's what led me to Darkwater. The people here needed me. I died trying to save one of them. Help me give them a second chance. Embrace the power of this sleeping god.
You're out of your mind.
It's not just your life that is at stake. Many men and women have sacrificed themselves for this moment.
Colden.
You will not deprive them of their hope of a better life.
I saw what Leviathan did to Fuller. We will all die like him.
His life was written well before it started. It was not predetermined that he lived to see the call. But you, yes, it is your destiny.
This painting. The investigation. I understand now. Like you, I was called here by a higher power.
Yes, all your choices had the sole purpose of preparing you for the final decision.
I must make a choice.
Not just make a choice, the right choice.
Not yet, but soon. We have one more thing to accomplish.
What is it?
I must take you to Sarah Hawkins, our oracle.
Sarah, I feel her calling me. Let us not wait any longer.
Not yet. You have one last thing to accomplish.
No, please. I can't do it.
Do you understand what it is?
She has already fulfilled her mission. Worry about your own.
No. No.
No one can fight their fate. Neither them nor you.
Watch me, bitch. Punch you right in the tit, like I promised. Do it.
There's nothing you can do. Just give in.
No.
What happened to me? Sarah. I must go to Sarah. She is the Oracle. She will know what to do.
Oh, I think we've gone full minion. Man, I ought to start doing drawings like this. Do you think anybody would buy these? I think they would. I would. Pretty. Ooh. Ah, shit, that was the right way. I wanted to go poke the boat first. I hate going the right way first. Ooh, shiny.
Reality as you know it stops here.
None of this makes sense.
Go. She is waiting.
Stop being so pushy, Leviathan. Damn.
What have they done to me?
A lot.
Come on.
Oh!
Mr. Pierce, I was expecting you.
Fuller. You died in front of my eyes.
Don't jump to conclusions. Is there not the tiniest spark of a scientific mind inside of that detective skull of yours?
What abject substance did you use to turn her into an empty shell?
Abject substance. The serum extracted from Leviathan's oil bestows the power of life. To me, my body is nothing but the mortal vessel of my conscience. To you, it contains more answers and secrets than your insignificant mind can grasp.
Uh-huh, sure. I think you just being a stuffy know-it-all. Dr. Fuller, who's also dead. Oh, it's floating. Pretty.
I can barely stand up, and yet here you are. You never give up.
I need
That
to
is
get paid.
Not you. Not anymore. Not since your disappearance on the docks.
Detective. So easy to fool you. So eager to rush to the rescue of a woman in distress.
You won't make me regret having tried to save people. I did what I could. Even for Colden.
Your efforts to change your destiny, although in vain, make you worthy of the fate that is yours.
The day has come. You will be asked to choose.
I'm not good at making important decisions, Sarah.
You took everything from me. Wife, life, destiny. You forsook your right to a normal life the moment you chose power over humanity. No one wants to see such an unbearable sight. You don't have the slightest idea of what you speak, of what I've been through.
You want to bet?
I have sacrificed my life to the one who sleeps. My marriage, my family, my own flesh.
And look where that got you.
Why didn't Sarah choose me? Why is it your damn face on her painting?
Because I look better than you.
But you already know it. I can see that you will make the right choice.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your fear of the unknown and your stupid pride cloud your judgment. Quit lying to yourself and embrace your destiny. It's not cowering that brought you those medals. None of this is real. Trust your guts.
If nothing's real, what are you?
I am a projection of your mind. What remains of that instinct that pulled you out of the trenches. Don't listen to them. They're too dangerous for your tired mind. It's right there.
I'm almost there.
All that remains of the town, the ones that I haven't shot. Hello.
Here you are at last, Truth Seeker.
She was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me.
Yes, when I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover, but I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
I have seen things. Strange and horrifying, but always true.
Will you trust my words?
Yes.
One man only prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for what you are, a truth seeker. One of the rare humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
Yes, yes.
I feel the truth in your words.
Because it was written. Or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
Pierce, help me!
Bye, Doc. Um. Uh. Uh. Fuck it. Oh god, am I gonna become like something like the Shambler? Did I seriously just become the host of Leviathan? Well, we got the ending we wanted. We got to meet Tentacle Daddy. Wow. Okay then. Didn't really expect it to end that quickly, but we'll see if it has anything after the credits. Hopefully it's got like, I don't know, Leviathan or Cthulhu sinking the whole place. That'd be kind of cool. And if not, I do have the entire game of The Sinking City downloaded on my PC now, which does mean we'll have to restart it again, but that's not too bad. We didn't get very far in it the first time. So I wonder, the counter curse, I mean, he had the gun pointed at the bookseller and captain. So he was either going to shoot the bookseller or the captain. Maybe both. Instead, we got a little slice under Tata, and Cthulhu came out. Aw. Alright, any extra credits at the end? This looks like a job well done. His ass! Revenge for this whole town being a fucking asshole. Woo! Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Aw. Oh, it's Sarah! She died. Big surprise. Okay then. Well, that's honestly kind of what I was hoping for at the end. Job well done indeed. It'd be cool if there was a New Game Plus mode now. Ah, but there's not. But I am going to see if we still have any of our old stats. Because that would be cool. I'm going to bet we probably don't, but here's hoping, yeah? And then after I do this little experiment, I will switch up the title and shit, and we will continue to play The Sinking City instead. Excuse me. Sorry, a little bit of heartburn. I forgot I have to go through this first part to be able to see if we have stats. Well, Mr. Pierce, eat me. Yeah. Alright, so give me just one moment and we will get this party back on the road with more Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu, Nana, is sinking city. Okay, read maps. All right, and the oh. Thank you for following Medio 101. If I said it wrong, I apologize. I'm bad at reading. Sinking city, updated. No one can get fussy. Okay. And where did Steam go? There it is. The Texorcist. Sinking city. All right, come on. Do your starting thing. Yeah. All right, looks like something's moving. Ah. The settings can't come fast enough. I miss my eardrums. Ah, so that there, seizure warnings. All of my warnings from the first game stay. There is flashing lights, there is loud noises, there is bad things for people with sensitivity to that shit. Don't do it. Much better. For me, at least. Hopefully y'all can still hear it. If not, just say the word. Alright. Frosty welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed. As you've requested, I've researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont. Oakmont, Mass. Squasma. Oh god. Rhea, I got the same problem because I keep finding more mods. Like, I found a mod to be able to play as Solly from TF2. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. More bombs. I actually have a specific profile set for the game that we did the other day, and then I'm going to be making a new profile for all the other shit that I keep finding. Yee. I'll continue reading as soon as it lets me go back to the screen. Ah. Oh. Ganondorf. Yes! I am, in fact, the Yellow God. I am pollen. I am honey. I am sunshine and piss. When are you not? Thank you for the follow, Amy Chibi. All right, and I know that the beginning, there's a note on the desk that has the exact same thing that was in the front. So don't worry, we'll still be able to read what was there. Ah, new world, huh? Look at that handsome gentleman. Not him. The one up in the sky. Because, you know, the ocean's in the sky now. Because it can. Whee! All right, let's see. Where'd that damn note go? That's not what I meant to do.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Beat it with your shovel. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Mass. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might be able to help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes van der Berg. Decided on the word burbling to replace vibing. I figure if enough people start to say it, it might catch on and become a thing. Yeah, try your luck, my dude. Or chick, or person. My individual.
I have to use it, but something tells me I will.
You'll use it, especially if I have it. Oh, wrong button. Where's my camera? That's my flashlight. Inventory. How do I grab camera? beat it with a shovel until it works then. Press all the buttons. RT. YUIOP. Ah! There we go. Oop, sorry.
Now get out.
No.
At last, Mr.
Yay!
Reed.
The man in the wonderful
What a
yellow
pleasure
suit.
to finally meet you in the flesh. Nice to meet you.
Johann van der Berg. At your service.
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived. Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally. Please call me your Highness. But where are my manners?
Where did you
Welcome
get
to
your
the proud
suit?
City of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important. That's an eye-catching suit. Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
Very true.
Take it you're a big fan of yellow. Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk. Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that? Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I brought you here one way or another. Tell me about this flood. It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know? You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse. Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands. How can I find Mr. Throgmorton? Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
You bet your ass he does.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton? A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and a patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
So, Amy Chibi, what is this new word you were thinking of?
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations? Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Reassuring name.
Charming. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I'll do what I want.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg? I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame. Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days? There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship. What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel. Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
There's just the fact that I can't read maps very well.
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
What if I want to hug, though? Johann.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
That's not weird at all, sir. Squish, 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 squish. Squish. Squish, 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 squish. Squish. Oh.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Albert Throgmorton's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you. Don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's blah, blah, blah. We should have never done that, because everything should have remained in that cave. Professor blah, blah, blah. I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Blah, blah, blah. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and blah, 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 blah. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. Blah, blah, blah. He's here. Blah, 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 blah. God damn it.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Oh, sorry.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
If I got here, you bet your ass I'll get myself out of here. One way or another. Anything that I can poke. Nope, nope. Anything that I can poke. No, 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 no. Lag. Mr. Throgmorton.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The
Didn't
name's
ask.
Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Man's got self-confidence for days.
Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it?
Because I said I would.
Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Does it look like I care?
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss.
Has gotten.
Anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider.
Bruh, I've been here less than 15 minutes.
It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
You got a fucking dictionary with all the dialect that I can have then?
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all?
Boy.
I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Boy, I will shoot you in the foot. I have gun. And shovel. I will shoot your feet and then bury you. Knock, knock.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Nonchalantly steal your casing and gunpowder. Squish, squish.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
More than you will.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
Do I look like a police to you?
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know where his son is.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. That'll starve.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
As you should.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I know that feeling.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Squish. Squish.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Ugh.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Squish.
Take
this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
My head. I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. Still evidence in there. Squish, 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 squish. Oh.
5 cards short of a full house. Five cards short of a full house. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Oh, sorry, Throgmorton.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
All right, and now we just follow the little shadow prints. Sorry, I'm currently playing one-handed. I have to do something real quick with the other hand. Those in the Discord can probably guess why and what.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Did I miss the walk up?
There's something in the pocket.
Bloodstained note. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly without the fuzz snooping about the port. Or with the fuzz snooping. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply chain soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
What the fuck is that? Well, that's new. Quit using the shovel, Nemo. Alright, I'm gonna work with my settings here real quick. Alright, let's see. Now, we've gotten through this part before on the Switch, but we just need to do it again real quick. So I think I have basically already the area mapped out in my head. I just have to remember it now. God damn it. Fuck your lock.
The door won't budge.
Ha! Wanna bet? I remember this thing in here. I remember you! Can't scare me this time, can you? And I got a picture of you. 2. Hello, Mr. Throgmorton. Oops, sorry.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Ugh. Alright, he wants us to go back in our mind palace. Again. Wrong button. Lewis the Innsmouth that killed Albert Throgmorton may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton, rather than just drive him off. One day I'll stop hitting people with a shovel first.
Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
You ain't supposed to eat lead, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea, others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And
or
if
shovel.
You want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Knock, knock.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition, reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Don't want your damn bribe.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive.
I have shovel.
Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse.
Hi, Kami.
He was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked
No.
down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be
Thank
getting
you.
off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross
I have
the
two styles for her, hair up and hair down.
Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so beautiful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Lots of things.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition
Monkey.
leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was.
Poor Daddy Monkey.
His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the
Hello, Crazy Otaku. How are you doing?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Just a little.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm gonna be bluntly honest, I could be better, but it's another fun day of streaming for all of you Nimians. So, not gonna let what's going on in my personal life affect the stream. The stream must go on.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr.
I'll talk to you how I damn want.
Just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left
And
all
I'm a busy
preparations to
elf.
Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Your wiggly piano. Alright, so I'll probably only stream for 2 hours today because I am a little sidetracked due to things in real life. But we can at least get caught back up to this. Maybe even a little further if I can read maps right. I do apologize in advance for the lagginess of my model. Apparently this game takes a little bit more from Betsy than the other one did. And now we're going to take a little mud nap. Danke. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origins of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said that none of what I'd thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Dear Mr. Reed, I understand that you were the private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger, and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot, and I'm beyond saving. But the 7 books must be saved at any cost. Even if I'm gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could be our kind's last hope for enlightenment. Please, be the bearer of this light, for I have failed.
Never again, they say.
I like the coat. Yes. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Hey, you know what? Sometimes folks just want a little bit of a dirt nap, you know? Ain't like I planned to stay there, it just happened. Building the church was his redemption. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night, when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called. When the church was built, the preach found him hanged on the bell ropes, but the book is still waiting for someone to come and read it. His house is in central Salvation Harbor on the Old Church Road between Seven Oak Street and Wenheim Street. Still has a bad fame, and no one wants to live there even after the flood. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged on a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents is a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This book hides itself from mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote this confession lived in Eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Could the book still be hidden there? The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor, on the southern part of Whisper Street, where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Grimhaven Bay, because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at these meetings, a cursed tome that makes people so crave the sea's touch that they go and drown in the ocean. The one reading the book stands on a cursed boat that sinks in the fog. Those who saw it touch the shore have either gone mad or disappeared. Why not both? I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get me here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. I had a dream so real it makes my hands shake. A huge Ferris wheel rose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel. And then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel and reading from a book. His awful dirge was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know there's a Ferris wheel at the park in Western Old Grove near Century Avenue and Beacon Street, but where could the book be? Excuse me. It took a lot of effort to track down this book. After being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum, it was bought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there's somewhere else the tome may be. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked has been abandoned. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Local women were talking about a ruined house in central Coverside, near the radio tower on the crossings of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. They said the ghosts of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book they kept. Several newcomers who try to settle in those ruins have gone mad. Talking with the locals is never easy, but this old chap was one of the queerest yet. He was happy to talk about the book, but only laughed when I proposed to buy it. I left it in the most guarded place of the city, and I paid enough to keep it there until the world ends. And if it is abandoned after the flood, even better. Ignorance is the best guardian. I'm guessing he meant the abandoned bank building in Northern Advent on Forefather Street between Hellog Street and Winhalf Avenue. Alas, it would be too dangerous to go there by myself. You sure about that? Do we seem like someone with common sense? Not really.
Makes this place feel more like home. It's already.
The number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I only regret one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floor. I'll have you pay for any scratches you leave.
Budge.
Boop. 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 So the lighthouse is out, several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Alright, now that we have poked everything that we can so far, continue to look for things to poke. Ew, squishy stairs.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Mr. Pissyfish. To my dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I have arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know why Robert went, sadly. Only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Kind regards, Aunt Portia. Nice. Much congrates. Bigger files to send.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Me too. Darren, I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you know already. Kind of like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. You've seen the crooked H-shaped signs on doors around town. That means the house is inhabited. The cross-hatch grid signs mark hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped signs is for barricaded, dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. Still haven't found out the spiral-shaped signs, though. You'll have to investigate for yourself, and if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for the gun. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Fitz O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road. It came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly in my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today, I went to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten, in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was so much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor, and there was terrifying screams from outside. I could not run, could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. I'm afraid someone stalks me. It starts when I visited the Western Advent and had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections and someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. His expression was of fear. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but I've never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it's time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. No matter how many different visions may, no matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today was man. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Streets. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exultation, a wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing, kissing. The vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. He walked past saying something like, "Cursed newcomers," and I prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. Tonight, the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remembered a huge apple tree, and I thought it might be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizures. The visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking E. Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt like I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the Mar, and sink into its depths. I was walking the lumber street in Eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. My hair is currently set up right now, as you can tell from the sides. In Eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. It's not just a vision, but a noise. Hissing radio static growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it is. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street, towards Hillog Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. And when it happened, the vision was gone. I'm afraid of the bathroom and kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? This began in a vision in Eastern Reed Heights, near the crossing of Avon, Ward, and Baker Streets. I saw a man, naked and covered in blood, in a room without doors or windows. Surrounded by the dark holes of the pipes, he was cutting himself, piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? Could he even escape, and had they noticed me? I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent, and near Oak Street I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed, and the visions came. I saw one man riding a leather, and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow I was both the spectator and the sitting man, but no matter how I cried out warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head, and it took me several hours to get back to the hotel after that. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sounds of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Avon Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but I saw it. The thing was running so fast I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window, and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaky hand, something like his last will. And then I saw the thing stalking him. A fetus on thin, pointy legs with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I can't forget it. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among the many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name, Obed. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my vision somehow, because I felt the same nausea and headache as before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. I felt dizzy, and my mouth was full of a bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes giving me a drink and whispering something. Immediately after that, I fell asleep and spent nearly half the day lying in the dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. The hotel owner allowed me to look through these weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakmont. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? Maybe he wanted to go to them. Right. Ouch. Boop. And welcome to Oakmont. It's raining all the time. I like the cars. Infested area. Huh. Get out, leave now. What if I don't want to? Beat us, delete us. Let me up. Look at all those chickens. Can I go in here? Knock, knock. No. Oh, let me in. I want the free stuff. Did I even get anything? I legit did not see if I got anything. If I didn't, then I'm disappointed. Chumpkin. Top Hat, you see that thing that I added you at in Discord? They have a whole society for you. I like your backpack. Can I have it? Yee. Yee! Man, he power walking. I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. I'm just wandering. Hardcore parkour. Yeah. Hey, they want to call me a newcomer, I'll become a newcomer. I will go full tourist. Camera flashing every 30 seconds. Marveling at all the buildings covered in shit. Full tourist. Oh god, the poor kitty. Well, we beat the Call of Cthulhu. We got to meet Tentacle Daddy for like a second. And then it was an all-out murder party. And then I decided to boot this up since we never actually beat it the first time because my aim sucked on the Switch. And it's still sucky here, but at least it's a little better. But it also appears that it's making my model lag like nobody's business. So there's that. But that's okay. Now we are basically just wandering around for the last few minutes of stream. Excuse me. Because my voice is going out, as you could probably tell. And because I need to start packing. No, I think this is worse than Southern California. I mean, look.
No photographs, do you hear me?
Make me. If you're going to San Francisco.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Yeah, I am. What's that got to do with it?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case.
Yeah.
Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor?
Depends.
Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
You mean the only one?
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland. Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and well, after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh, a brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I have bad dreams.
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts. The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly. I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Bye-bye. That honestly makes me wonder if I should set up like a Q&A channel somewhere. But honestly, I'd worry about some of the questions that y'all are going to throw out at me. Not gonna lie. Especially you, Top Hat. Oh, shovel. La. After the flood. Commoners. Articles and interviews. Search. Nope. Current events. Nope. Front page. Nope. Advertisements. Nope. Because I know you, Top Hat. Exactly. Celebrities. Is there any fucking celebrities? Journalists. After the flood. Front page. I think it's commoners. After the flood. Front page. No, still not. I don't know. Can't say I care. Whee! I want a bus like that. I can't drive due to unstable conditions, but I want a bus like that. The ultimate in hippie van. Alright. So, I guess, after doing that, this man can get back up here. We are going to stop in the dead middle of town after pushing this guy. This is my spot now, fucker. Alright. Now that we've been an asshole and saw a flying... Yeah, VW bus. Saw a flying broom for a second. Yeah, you might want to keep an eye on your back, man. There's brooms popping up out of nowhere. But yeah, I think at this point, my lovely Nimlings, I'm going to have to leave you for the day. But remember, you can always find me in one of the chats on Discord. You can message me there. We've got some of the archive already up on YouTube. I don't remember if it does it automatically. I honestly can't fucking tell, and I keep messing up. But we'll get it there eventually. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe. Either past, future, now. Hi. I'm tired. Alright. Love you all. Bye. How do I get out of here? Wait. Bye.